Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading, So Sag. Today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Sagittarius, let's get started. How does Sagittarius currently view this relationship? All right, Sag. So so currently at the moment, I am definitely getting that for some of you, you could very well be talking / dating somebody fairly new. Of course, this could definitely represent a starting over energy between you and somebody that you already have a lot of history with. So however resonates with you in your particular situation, but I am definitely getting that, for the vast majority of you, more than likely, this is a fairly new connection that you currently find yourself in. Things between you and this person are definitely growing at a very rapid pace. I am definitely getting that. This to me feels like a very fast moving connection. It may not feel like things are moving fast between you and this person, but with the Seven of Pentacles coming out here, that's kind of telling me things are moving pretty quickly here between you and this person. Okay, let's look at this person and see how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, with Sagittarius. Ooh, okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We also have the Six of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Okay. This to me feels like mixed emotions coming from this person. Okay, so let's talk about this energy over here. We do have the Knight of Cups, and then we also have the Ace of Pentacles. So currently at the moment, you're definitely connecting with somebody who does have a lot of romantic feelings for you. And this is somebody who can definitely see themselves pursuing a long-term committed relationship with you with that Ace of Pentacles coming out here. But with the Six of Swords to the Ten of Swords, I do feel like even though this is somebody who does see a lot of potential between the two of you and they really do like you, I just feel like this person's afraid. I feel like this person's afraid that they're going to get hurt again or disappointed again or waste their time again. I just kind of feel like this person feels pulled in two different directions. It's like there's that part of them that wants to avoid wasting their time again and getting hurt again. But then there's that other part of them that's like, but what if they're like the one for me? You know what I mean? Like, what if it works out, Okay. How does Sagittarius currently feel? Okay. Let's see, Sag. So we do have the Page of Wands, we do have the Moon, and then we also have the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Queen of Swords. I think that this is something that the both of you struggle with. I think that the both of you have definitely been through a lot of like pain and disappointment in prior relationships, which is obviously something that the both of you want to avoid from experiencing all over again. But this particular situation does kind of require the both of you to take that chance and that risk with one another. And I feel like that's something that the both of you are kind of fearful to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like you really like them. And I feel like they really like you. I feel like you see a lot of potential with them. And I feel like this person sees a lot of potential with you. It's just the whole, taking that chance and that risk that, really does kind of like scare the both of you. So the feeling is essentially mutual. I think that the both of you are scared of getting disappointed by one another and hurt by one another. But I think that the both of you know that there's only one real way to find out, and that does kind of require the two of you to give each other like, a fair chance and see where life could possibly take the both of you. But I just feel like you just don't want to get hurt and disappointed again. You just want to feel like you're wasting your time again. You know what I mean? Okay. How does this person currently feel? How does this person currently feel? Okay, so we do have the Two of Swords. We also have the Wheel of Fortune to the Ten of Cups out here. Okay, the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Chariot. It's that energy again of feeling pulled in two different directions. It's like that there's like that part of them that feels like they should just continue to remain on the path that they're currently on, which is a path of them just kind of focusing on themselves and not love. But then there's that other part of them that's like, but what if I never meet somebody like this again? Like, what if this person's the one? Like, what if I walk away and regret it? You know what I mean? Like, they're being pulled in two different directions. I don't feel like you're being pulled in two different directions. You feel very, very drawn to them and your relationship with them, and this connection, right, that you share with this person. But I'm not getting that you're being pulled in two different directions. I think that you fear getting disappointed, but I don't feel like it's influencing you, right? To like want to run in the opposite direction, like this one over here. Like there's an energy of them wanting to essentially run in the opposite direction to avoid getting hurt. You, on the other hand, it's like, it's a possibility that you could end up getting hurt, that you could have, you could end up getting disappointed, which is something that you personally don't want to go through. But at the same exact time, you really do like this person. So I do see you deciding to essentially see this entire situation, through. But before I continue, let me go pick up my phone because my phone's ringing. 1 second. My apologies. I really need to take that call. But yeah, this poor person, man. I feel like they're being pulled in two different directions, and you seem pretty scared on your end too when it comes down to getting hurt and disappointed. Especially by this person, because you really, really do like them and you see a lot of potential here. I do want to see what actions this person plans on taking in your direction and or moving forward, just to kind of see where this person's head is at and what they're more than likely going to do in the end, whether it's to continue to remain on the path that they're currently on and just simply focus on, themselves, or decide in the end to pursue, something serious with you. So let's look at that. What actions will this person take towards Sagittarius or moving forward? So we do have the Four of Cups. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. And then we also have the Hierophant out here. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. We also have the Queen of Swords. And then we also have the Five of Cups. You know what I feel like the both of you need that you guys are currently not giving to one another? Reassurance. Reassurance, because everything that you're going through as far as like this fear that you're experiencing on your behalf, you're keeping it all to yourself. It's not like you're sharing all this with them and telling them, by the way, I'm so afraid that I'm going to end up getting hurt and disappointed by you. Just thought I'd let you know. Like, I feel like these are things that you're keeping to yourself. And as far as them being pulled in two different directions is concerned, these are things that they're also essentially keeping to themselves. It's like, if the two of you were to just be open and honest and transparent with one another, I think that you guys would feel a lot better about this relationship and the direction in which things, are heading in. Because at the end of the day, you see potential with them and they see potential with you. They don't want to miss out on this opportunity because they don't feel like they're ever going to meet someone like you ever again. So there's that big part of them that wants to take that leap of faith, that wants to go there. But at the same exact time, like, their whole thing is like, but what if? Like, I get disappointed. What if I get hurt? Like, you guys both have the same worries and concerns. And I think that if you guys were to be honest about how you guys feel as far as like this fear is concerned, I think that it'll make the two of you feel better. You know what I mean? Because you're not the only one that's afraid here. I mean, they're just as afraid as you are, but sometimes it takes one to inspire the other, Sag. So you may need to be the one, you know what I mean, to like open up to this person, and express to this person your worries and your concerns, because it's going to influence this person to do the exact same thing. And that way you guys are able to like reassure one another, because you're not here to hurt them. That's evident. And they're not here to hurt you. The thing is that they don't know, if you're going to be the one, to disappoint them in the end, just like you don't know if they're going to be the one to disappoint you in the end. You guys are being required to put your trust and faith into one another, and it does seem like a very scary thing for the both of you to do, but I think that reassurance could definitely go a long way. It's going to take one person to inspire the other, and I think that, that's something that you should do, Sag, is like open up to this person, and express to this person your worries and your concerns. But in regards to how you plan on moving forward, with the Knight of Pentacles to the Star to the Three of Pentacles coming out here, I am definitely getting, Sag, that moving forward, okay, you're going to continue to make time and room for your relationship with this person to grow. And I think that the more you make time and room for this person and this relationship to grow, the more you find yourself falling for them. Now, the more you fall for them, the more fearful you essentially become, okay? As far as like your fears are concerned, okay, I still see you keeping it all to yourself. Maybe you don't feel comfortable just yet to like open up to this person, but it's something that I highly recommend that you do, okay? end up doing in the end as far as like opening up to this person is concerned. I just kind of feel like it takes time for you to feel comfortable, you know, with people and open up to people. Nothing wrong with that, but I think that when you do decide, right, to tell this person like how you're really feeling as far as like your fears are concerned, I think it's going to help you feel a lot better. And I think that it's going to also help them essentially see that they're not the only one that's fearful here. Because I'm pretty sure they think they're the only one that is essentially fearful of this connection, but you are just as fearful as they are. And you guys have the exact same worries and concerns. So just like you look at this person, you know, as somebody that you would like to go off and build and establish, you know, a life with, because you don't think that you're ever going to meet somebody like this ever again. They feel the exact same way. It's just, there's just a lot of fear, dude, going on here between you and this person. I just think that you guys need to just reassure one another along the way. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know you mean well. You just don't know if they do. And they know they mean well. They just don't know if you do. And I think that reassurance would totally go a long way within this connection between you and this person. So just give it a try. Just give it a go. All right. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.